having goal, like, oh, I have something to look forward, something I'm working towards. Like, it really motivates you, gives you the energy that you need, to move along, in life as each day goes by. So don't forget that, to have a goal in life.
Yeah, I mean, you said it all right. It's very important to have a goal and focus on it. And just pray that it comes to pass, because I mean, we can have goals, but at the end of the day, he makes the decision. So.
And also hard work, because I feel like no matter what you do as well, even when you put in the hard work, God is also gonna be there to support you as well. So he want to see you working. Yeah.
And usually my 3Gs comes with the goals, growing, and grace. Instead of glowing, I use grace.
Okay. Okay.
So it's important to have a goal, and grow, and ask for grace from God.
Hi guys, hi.
Hello people, how you all doing? Welcome back to another episode of the 2H podcast. My name is Miss Harriet Ba, and
I'm Henrietta. Okay.
I remember like we've spoken more about growing up in Ghana and all that, but I want to dive more into like your goals and ambitions growing up. What did you like seeing yourself as a child who was living with your parent, like as a child, what was your goals, what were your ambitions, what did you want it to be growing up?
I mean, like, as a child, sometimes you just want to become so many things. Like when you see I quite remember when I was watching television career-wise, I would say watching television, I always felt like, oh, I wanted to become a newscaster. I wanted to become a journalist. Like that was something that I saw myself doing, right? And then my dad actually wanted me to become a lawyer, which was very funny because he felt like I was very disciplined and I say whatever I like. I was very real, very honest person. What you see is what you're gonna get. I wasn't afraid if my dad will offend me or something. I would tell my dad like this is what you did and I didn't like it. I was very straightforward with that, and I think that was what he wanted me to become. But then also, like, I think moving to Sweden, like, things change because of the language, because of a new environment, different, what's it called, culture, values, different culture, behaviors, so I think the dream changed in some way. But I knew, like, the only thing that my dad wanted was, like, go to your education, get your education, because that was something very important to him. And that was something that I did, which I ended up getting both bachelor's and master's degrees. So, which is something that I'm really proud of, So, but as you're growing up, it's just so many things that changes along the way because you get different interests with related to like career wise. And I feel like I've gotten to a different part in my life where I feel like career wise, I just want to do something different. I'm more into like, I just really want to get in more into like the business part of it.
And that's what you're doing now.
Business part of it, and which is something that I feel like it's so exciting. Like just meeting people, talking about businesses, like their goals and, why they want to do this. And and that's one thing about me. Like most of the time when I meet up with my sister, because Harriet have a clothing line, she's a businesswoman. So we basically talk about, life goals, because she's always also looking at way, like you always look to promote exactly ways of when it comes to businesses, which direction should I take, this is what I was considering. And so I think that way when you meet people in who have similar mindset, it really helps you to also boost your knowledge and your skills as well. So I think that's where I am right now in my life. But hopefully, maybe I might get into real estate. That's something I'm hoping, in the future. Yeah. And what about you?
Yeah, for me, like, I've always wanted to be in the healthcare center, like, healthcare, the part of life. Like, and then also I remember I wanted to be an air hoster. But I found out quite early that I think when I was in junior high school or probably primary school, I don't really remember. But I remember like I was told that no, you have to be you have to have some certain kind of height. And I'm not tall. If you know me, I'm not a tall person. So it's like that dream just faded away. You needed to be taller and
in
all
order to
that.
become an
Air hoster, yes. So I just killed that dream myself. I was like, you know what? I mean, I'm not sure I'll be able to do it. But then again, I wanted to be a nurse. It's always been a dream. And I can say that when I came to Sweden, that was the path I chose as well. When I went to school, I have diploma. That's what I did. And then when I finally wanted to get the degree, I started having back pains, So, and it was very severe. Like it was sometimes I was so down, I can't even get out of my bed. So I went to the hospital. I actually went on acute and they did a scan and realized that I have this problem. Like there was something wrong with my back that needed to be operated. I could either operate or be on medication, and the operation was like gonna be 50-50. So it's not like it was either I was gonna get well or it would get worse. So but who wants to try that? I didn't want to risk, so I told the doctor that then I'm just gonna be on the medication for now because I don't want to take no risk. I'm still young and I didn't even have kids then, So and then he advised me that okay, but what did you work with? And I told her I'm a nurse. But then he advised me that, you know what, I would advise you to change profession because if you are into nursing, you are very young, you have so many years ahead of you. So unfortunately it's not gonna benefit you at the end of the day. I was like, oh wow, I was planning to pursue my degree, in nursing. And I had to kill that dream again. It was so painful because I'm really that type that wants to help people in that way. You understand? But I had to unfortunately kill that dream. And then also I like to look good. I like to fix my nails, fix my lashes, and then of course lashes, you can have lashes, but have my long wigs and stuff like that. And as a nurse, you can't have hair like that. So it was also another factor, but that was not the main factor anyway. So I had to kill that dream of becoming and having a degree in nursing. So instead of having a degree in nursing, I studied something else, that's destination management. So I have a degree in destination management. And unfortunately, I'm not even working with that. So and then I love businesses, so I love making money on the side. I love my normal 9-to-5 money, but then I still like making the extras on the side. So I do own a business too, and that's something I've always wanted to do. And I'm even thinking of venturing into other businesses. But everything is a time, and everything has a time. So that is basically is growing up. I just wanted to make money. Let me put it that way. I wanted to make money. I had interest in some particular fields, like just like I mentioned, but I wanted to make money. That was very important. That is very important for me. So growing up, I would say that I'm not where I want to be
in life.
I want more. But at the same time, I just want to say I'm grateful to God for where I am. I mean, what more could a girl ask for? I'm so grateful. But then I definitely want more. Baby, God knows baby girl needs more of soft life, okay?
We are going with a soft life, but I think it's also important to like have goals, even like, not being not in your childhood, but even like growing up as an adult. I think like you should always have some sort of goals in your life. Something you're like, oh, I have a goal, something I'm working towards, because I feel like it gives you that good feeling that, oh, I'm doing something. Or maybe you can even share with your family, friends. They're like, oh, then you get the support system as well, because I feel like sometimes you might have a goal, but then you might also feel a bit laid back with the goals, or something that you really really want to do. It could be it could be anything. It could be career wise, it could be
family
wise, whatever, something.
wise.
Yeah, in that aspect, which I feel like when you get this kind of support, it really helps you to be like, oh, I have this support, so it keeps me going each day. So for me, I enjoy. I feel like nowadays I enjoy business in that aspect, because like just meeting people from different part of the world, just talking to people and just listening to their aspiration, what really inspired them, why did they wanted to take this path. In that sense, I think it really also helps you as well to get different perspective, a different knowledge, a different skills. Oh, maybe I never thought about this, so in that way, I think like every day, like I will always say to myself, every day I'm learning something new. And most of the time I always say to people, like when I meet new people, I'm learning something new from them, because the person might not know I'm learning something from them, but I am learning something from them, because I feel like every person that you meet, there's a lesson that is being taught, there's knowledge you can acquire, there's a skills you can acquire from each and every person that you meet. So for me, I'm always about like goals and growth, and anything that I feel like I can incorporate into my life as well. So yeah, and I know, like, coming from Ghana, our parents, as young, your parent wanted you to become a doctor, a lawyer, a
they
nurse.
impose it on you, like you have to have a goal, like I mean, I think every African child that grew up in Africa had that kind of thing. So I remember when at a point in life I was more traveling to London a lot, like I would just see it felt like everybody had everybody's studying, everybody's in the university. I remember I had a contact with this lady she was like, hi, we were talking about school and all that, and then she's like, you know what, that's not my goal, it's not my goal, I really want to be a musician, I can sing, blah blah blah. But then my parent wanted me to go to the university, so she was studying something related to marketing and stuff like that, just to please them. So it's like growing, you will get that from the infant stage, like your parents are implanting like you goals
sort of selling their dreams to you,
like, and, in a way it's good. Sometimes too it can be very because they would want you to live the dreams that they wish that they had lived, and they are coming from a good place, but
the way it's been, because it takes time for you as a person to also process that as well. So
and then we've talked about career. When it comes to family wise, my goals was, I always wanted to get married early for whichever reason. I don't know. I really have no idea why I wanted to. But I remember when I was in secondary school, me and my friends would be talking. I'm just like, I want to get married early. I didn't even know what marriage was really about. But I was just seeing two people, to man and a woman together having kids. I thought it was like beautiful and all that. So I've always wanted to get married early, which I did. I would say I got married in my late 20s, but it was like not my late, but after my mid 20s. So I got married quite early, and I think it just happened, and I felt like it's something that I had always prayed for, and I've always wanted, and I had achieved. So I would call that a goal as well too.
It is a goal.
And
and I think, like you said, like I think every girl from it could be like any part of Africa or any part in the world, like every girl thought, like, after high school, after I'm done with uni, when I get my diploma, my degree, whatever, the next thing is to settle down, to start a family. But sometimes life happens, and then sometimes you end up waiting a little bit longer before getting to that chapter of your life. And but I think it has always been most girls' dreams, to settle down, have a wedding, be a princess for a day, and a princess or a queen. I don't know which one of it, but I think it's very beautiful to so I think it was also a goal.
It was a goal.
When we're young, when I get married, this and that, like we will talk about that. And I think most girls usually when they meet,
every girl, like at a younger age, maybe that has no experience experience. People like, after this relationship, yeah, I'm tired, I don't want to go there. But okay, let me put it this way: before you experience that, I don't want to go there, and I'm tired and all that. That is definitely every girl's dream, you know. When I get married, I want to have 3 kids, I want to have 4 kids, and until you have 1 and 2, you know that my sister, it's not a joke.
Easy road.
It's not a joke.
But I think it's good to have goals in your life, you know, being a child, being in your adolescent age. I think, you know, it's good to have goals, and then also being in your adulthood as well. I think it's very important to have a goal. It doesn't matter. You can have a goal even being at 60 years. Like, you know, something you're working towards. It could be like you're working on yourself. Like, that is a goal for me as well. Like, oh, you know, I really want to be able to lose weight. It's also a goal.
Oh, definitely.
It's also a goal. That is part of, like, you know, your health care. It's also part of your mental health. It could be any kind of thing, right? So it doesn't matter what kind of goals, like, you know, but as a child, it was always about the career part
and family. I think those things were that's what we saw every day. So that's what, like, you know, and for me, I believe that in life, like, you cannot live and say you don't have a goal. It doesn't make sense to me. I really want to believe that everybody has a goal.
It doesn't make sense.
Yes, because you can't just wake up and say, like, I'm just there, I'm not doing anything. I mean, life can be, sometimes in life you get tired of maybe your goals. You've set a goal and you're not reaching the goal, and stuff, so you get tired. That's normal. You get disappointed in yourself, and you can say 1 or 2 things like, I'm tired and all those things, but that shouldn't be something like, you know, you are in life and you feel like, oh, I don't have a goal, I'm just living life like every other day. You know, no, that's wrong. And I don't want to believe that people do not have goals. I really want to believe that everybody has a goal.
And there's something that I would say, like, during COVID time, because I've always, you know me, I've always had a goal. Like, every year, I'm reaching this goal. This one, something I'm working towards. And most of the time, like, before COVID, I've always work towards the goals that I've always set out for myself. And those were, like, sort of goals on my vision board, and then came into my action board. And then during COVID time, I felt like I was stuck. You know, which I feel like sometimes you can have goals, but you can get stuck. But that does not mean that's the end of the road for you. You know, sometimes things doesn't go the way as you wish it would go, but it's just happening just for a reason. This is happening just for a reason, but it still it does not have to stop you from what you always wanted to do. Sometimes you're just gonna have some roadblocks or some potholes on the way, but, you know,
you should still be focused and focus on your dreams and goals and all that. But the funny part, when you mentioned COVID, it took me back. The funny part is, I started my clothing line in 2020. Okay, I started production before COVID kicked in. So I was like, oh my God, this goal of mine, I'm not gonna achieve it, because, you know, COVID is here, nobody's going out, and then, but it's so funny. I sold out. I sold out on every single thing I came to Sweden to sell. From the production in Ghana to to Sweden, I sold out on everything, and I was in the healthcare department. Work was booming for us. So it was like COVID time, but we were still making it. Money, we were still living it.
So just have goals. Some days it will go the right way as you want. It's just like setting up a business. Some days you're gonna make money, you're gonna make sales. Some days you're not gonna make sales, and that does not mean that should be the end of the road for you. Like, you know, it's all part of the process. You know, and enjoy the process and be more connected to the process as well. And it's gonna be fine. So have goals in life, and don't tell me you don't have a goal. Okay, if you are watching us, don't feel like you don't need to have a goal in life. Don't tell me you don't have a goal in life, because I know everyone watching us has some sort of goals. It could be any kind of goal that you have. It could be within the career, like we mentioned. It could be within, like, you know, losing weight when it comes to the health part. It could be like mentally, oh, today I'm just gonna, you know, stay more connected to God. It's like you building a relationship with God. It could be different kind of things, and it helps you to, you know, to stay more alive in that way. Having goal, you know, like, oh, I have something to look forward, something I'm working towards. Like, it really motivates you. It gives you the energy that you need, you know, to move along, you know, in life as each day goes by. So don't forget that, to have a goal in life.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, or it's very important to have a goal and focus on it. And just pray that it comes to pass, because I mean, we can have goals, but at the end of the day, he makes the decision. So.
And also hard work, because I feel like no matter what you do as well, even when you put in the hard work, God is also gonna be there to support you as well. So yeah, he want to see you working. Yeah. So.
And usually my 3 G's comes with the goals, growing, and grace. Instead of glowing, I use grace.
Grace, okay. Okay.
So it's important to have a goal, and grow, and ask for grace from God. Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys for watching us again.
Don't forget to subscribe, okay? Please don't forget to subscribe. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share, comment, okay?
Share to your friends, family, loved ones. Yes. Thank you guys.
Thank you.